Hi guys, my name is Gloria. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you some tips on how to dress classy. If you know me well enough, you would definitely have noticed that I love the classy, elegant, and sophisticated kind of style. I have to get this out of the way though. Being classy is way more than just how you look. It's also about how you think, how you speak, how you carry yourself, and so much more. But in this video, I'm only going to be focusing on the style aspect of being classy. Now let's get started. My first tip for you is to know when to splurge and when to save. Looking classy tends to make you look expensive, but it doesn't work the other way around. Just because you're wearing head-to-toe designer clothes doesn't necessarily make you look classy. Of course, there are items that you will need to invest more money in, but there are also ways that you can save your money so that you can invest them in better things like education. I would say invest your money in the items that you know you're going to reuse all the time. For example, shoes, bags, and coats. These are the items that you don't need a lot of because you can style them with many different outfits. They're also practical. Coats keep you warm, shoes allow you to walk, and bags hold your stuff. And that's why I think they do worth spending a little bit more money on. Items that you will be changing more regularly like tops, bottoms, and dresses, I would say you don't need to spend a lot of money on those. But still look for brands with good quality. If you buy the really cheap ones and they fall apart after a few washes, you end up wasting money. My second tip for you is the concept of less is more. There are two layers of what I mean by this. The first layer is in terms of the quantity of your clothes. I would rather buy less clothes with good quality than buying lots of clothes with cheap quality. You end up spending the same amount of money, but good quality clothes will last you a long time and they will look so much better on you. And also, you'll be surprised that having less clothes actually makes dressing in the morning a lot easier. The second layer is in terms of the overall style. I think being classy means not trying too hard. You're not wearing something over the top just to attract attention. A classy style is usually very simple. It's the simplicity that makes the statement. Your clothes should always complement you instead of overshadowing you. Remember, you are the focus, not your clothes, and certainly not your assets. A classy woman is very secure and doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. My third tip is to choose classic and simple cut. If you pay attention to high-end clothes versus low-end, what makes the difference is usually the cut, because that's what shows the craftsmanship the most. Lower-end clothing brands usually use excessive designs to hide the lack of cutting skills. Or maybe they don't necessarily lack the skills, but they lack the time and resources to properly cut each piece of their clothing because they want to squeeze out more profit from their margins. On the other hand, high-end brands are proud to show their craftsmanship on clothes with very simple design. If you understand that logic, it wouldn't be surprising to you why clothes with classic and simple cut will tend to make you look more classy. It shows that the craftsmanship of your clothes is already doing the talking and you don't need anything excessive to compensate. It also ties back to the less is more principle that I mentioned earlier. A simple cut shows the power of simplicity. The fourth tip is the fit of the clothing. A classy woman always wears clothes that fit her body. It's as if the clothes are custom made for her. That means not wearing anything that's too tight, too loose, too long, or too short for your body. I know most of us don't have the luxury to have clothes custom made for us, and clothing sizes is a mess nowadays, and that's when the tailor comes in. I always bring my clothes to the tailor and have them change the length or the fit. For example, this rag and bone blazer is slimmed down for me. It says it's a size 0, but it's definitely vanity sizing because it's way too big to be a size 0. So what the tailor did was taking in both sides and also the back. The price of tailoring depends on the job. Taking in the blazer costs a bit more, and changing the length is really cheap. But overall, it doesn't cost a lot, and in return, you have clothes that are fitted just for you. So I don't see why people don't take advantage of that. Neutral colors and monochromatic clothing combinations tend to make you look more classy. Neutral colors like black, white, beige, brown, gray, navy are very classic and understated, which naturally makes you look more effortless. They also blend well with one another and mix well with other colors. Another thing about neutral colors is that you can get them at a lower price point and they will still look great because it's easier to maintain the dye with these colors. With brighter colors and prints, it's a bit trickier. This doesn't mean you should only wear neutral colors. If you like a specific color, you can mix them in with the neutrals, or you could do the whole monochromatic look. For example, I mostly wear neutrals, but I really like red, so sometimes I will wear red from head to toe. Another thing that will make you look classy is luxe materials. There are certain materials that look and feel more luxurious than others. As a general rule, natural materials like silk, cashmere, wool, linen, and cotton will make you look more luxurious. Synthetic materials like polyester, acrylic, rayon, nylon, and acetate would look cheap, and also they are harmful for your skin and the environment. There are more nuances in this, but that's a topic for another video. What I'm wearing right now is made of silk. It feels really soft and light on the body, as if you're not wearing anything. And silk has this natural glow that makes you stand out without trying. This sweater is made of cashmere. Again, it feels really soft on the body. Even though it's relatively thin, it actually feels really warm, which is perfect for wintertime. A classy woman knows how to tastefully accessorize. You could be wearing something really simple, but if you wear the right accessories, it will make your outfit stand out. One of my favorite accessories are hats. I don't know why people don't wear hats anymore. In the 50s, women always wear a hat and gloves, and they look super classy. I just think a hat adds so much character to an outfit, and it can also make a casual outfit look put together instantly. Another one of my favorites are silk scarves. Like I mentioned before, silk makes you look really luxurious. If you don't have clothes that are made of 100% silk, you could also get a silk scarf. It's going to make a plain outfit look very elegant. You could wrap it around your neck, wear it on your head, wrap it around your wrist, on your ponytail, or even on your bag. Jewelry is another one of my favorites. I love gold jewelry and pearls. This is a very important tip. Your clothes should always be clean and wrinkle-free if you want to look classy. It's obvious that you shouldn't be wearing clothes that are stained or ripped, but you also need to make sure there's no fur or padding on your clothes. You could buy a lint remover and a fabric shaver to take care of that. Wrinkles on your clothes will make you look cheap no matter how much they actually cost, and they cannot make you look sloppy. So I strongly suggest you buy a steamer and steam your clothes before you go out. Same thing goes to shoes and bags. Make sure they don't show any scuffs or scratches. You can take them to handbag and shoe repair places to make them look new again. Undergarment is also very important. Make sure your undergarment is not showing. I know it could be tricky sometimes in summer, especially when you're wearing something strapless or backless. You could choose strapless bras or adhesive bras, but personally I always feel uncomfortable wearing those, so I always choose clothes that are bra friendly. Well, unless I really love that piece, then fine, I'll wear my new bra for it. Another thing to pay attention to is the color and the texture of your undergarment. I always choose bras and underwears with plain patterns and neutral colors. They're not that exciting, but they will make your life so much easier. I think plain black and nude undergarments are the best, especially nude because you can wear them underneath everything. I would stay away from white because you can't even wear them with white clothing. I'm telling you, they will show. Oh, they will. My last tip for dressing classy is to respect the environment and the garment workers. I know it has nothing to do with the way you dress, but if you want to be a classy woman, you can't just care about yourself. You need to care about whether the people who make your clothes are being paid fairly and whether the clothes you're wearing or not wearing are damaging the environment. I touched on this earlier in tip number 5 when I talked about clothing materials. Synthetic materials like polyesters require harmful chemicals to make and they don't decompose for hundreds of years. So read the labels and see what materials they're made of before you buy the clothes. Of course, we all have clothes in our closet that are made of these synthetic materials. I think one of the best ways to reduce the environmental footprint is to love what we have and wear them for as long as possible. And the reason I advocate buying good quality clothes is that we tend to pay more for them and cherish them more. If the clothes are really cheap, most likely it's at the expense of garment workers' wages. So I think we need to help them get paid better by paying a bit more for our clothes. And that's it! I hope this video has been helpful. We covered how to be classy in the way you dress. I'm actually thinking of making a video about how to be classy from the inside out, in which I will cover the kind of mindset and behavior a classy woman will have. If you want to see a video like that in the future, please leave a comment below. And I will see you next week.